I understand it was just subject to the approval of the board. So, where's your vice?
I'm the vice president, so Joe's not here, so I fill in his duties,
Yeah.
which would give me the permission to appoint.
Sounds okay. I'm just. I'm just. All these years, I have to just tell you, after all these years, it's the first time it's happened.
We're waiting. That's why I'm like the eighth choice in this process.
Yeah, that's fine. I just-
Okay, roll call, please. O'Gala. Yes.
Gazanfer, Bustos,
Yes.
Balich,
Here.
Trainier,
Yeah, here,
yes.
Yes.
Mueller, Brizalone,
Yes.
Cowan,
yes.
Carlitis, Newquist, Winfrey, 7.
Okay, that's all you. All right, thanks. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of July 6, 2022?
Motion.
And a second? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any- Oh, we do need a roll call for that, sorry. Roll call, please.
O'Gala,
Yes.
Gazanfer, Bustos,
Yes.
Balich,
Yes.
Trainier,
Yes.
Cool,
Yes.
Mueller, Brizalone,
Yes.
Cowan,
Yes.
Carlitis, Newquist, Winfrey, 7 approved.
Motion passes, thank you. Okay, moving on to new business. Can I have a motion for the award of contract in the amount of $445,572.94 to A Lamp Concrete Contractors, Inc. of Schaumburg, Illinois, for the Wallen Lake parking lot improvements?
Moved.
Moved, second. Previous, second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Did you get all the? Okay. Can I have a motion for the award of contract in the amount not to exceed of $50,000 to Christopher B. Burke Engineering of Lockport, Illinois, for review of wetland mitigation banking proposals?
Motion.
Motion,
Second.
second.
Can we,
Yep, we have any discussion?
yeah, like,
Judy.
first it's Rosemont. You like Lockport because it's in the.
Oh, my printout says Lockport.
Yeah,
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it says
it was changed after
Oh,
the
okay.
printouts.
Okay.
They moved.
Sorry. They moved.
They have an office in my.
Okay, so could you just give us a little update on that?
Sure. So a couple of months ago, the committee authorized us to seek proposals for wetland bank, or in case of how we presented it was conservation mitigation banking proposals, because it's more than just wetland mitigation banks. And in order to adequately review those proposals when they come in, we need some engineering and ecological assistance. And so we've worked with Christopher Burke in the past on similar type projects, and they are one of our review engineers. But since the potential value of this review and oversight on their part exceeds our authority and contracts, which is $20,000 currently, they're bringing it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions? All right, then can I have a previous one?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, number 3, can I have a motion for the award of change order number 1 in the amount of $38,070 to V3 Companies Limited of Woodbridge, Illinois. Is it still Woodbridge? For ecological management at Greatwood Sands Area Nature Preserves.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
if I could address this before we, and I did talk to Ralph before the meeting. I do have an issue with this, and I'm going to lay out the issue. The issue is that it's a change order that's, first off, 26% of the original bid. It's not a change order that's done because of some more unforeseen circumstance. It's just they want to expand the scope of the contract because there's money available. This is not a reason for a change order on one of my part. But it does, it's 26% of the original bid. There was no alternate bid for this. And it far exceeds our no bid status, which is 20,000, which, by the way, we should probably change to 30.
Yeah.
Since the state legislature now allows 30. But even if it was 30, it's $38,000. This is, in my opinion, a very bad practice. not in the spirit of, I don't believe it's in the spirit, even though Ralph pointed out to me this morning that our ordinance does allow 50% change order to bid, but that I think is meant to be when you run into some unforeseen circumstance. It's just not meant to add on, to expand the scope of the project. I think this should be removed, and I think that it's a large enough amount to put it back on the street for bid, and I think there'd be interest. I think this is more in the spirit of what we consider as a board, which would be more in the spirit of our purchasing ordinance. So I'm gonna throw that out there. I don't know how other folks here feel, but I would like to hear, and then maybe talk to Ralph about, Ralph, if we remove it and you bid it, is it that big of a deal?
It is not. It's no hardship on us.
Okay.
And I asked, why didn't we do that as an alternate, an option?
At the time, we were bidding out multiple contracts, and so we were trying to arrange the funding so that we could do those multiple contracts in different areas. And so we had pretty much aligned what the base bid was with the project. So we didn't seek an alternate because we didn't foresee having any additional.
So I'm going to make a motion to remove this and for staff to rebid it.
Okay.
So I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second, and any discussion on the removal?
Previous roll call.
Previous?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thanks, Ralph.
All right, thanks for that, Jim. Number, yeah, of course.
Only because it's more for finance, and I think it's for operations. You know, the state statute was changed to allow the minimum to go to 30,000 or the maximum to go to 30,000 for no bid status. We should consider doing that. Yeah, maybe, Ralph, you could bring it to the next meeting.
Yeah, so I have two places that will need to change that. One is in our organizational rules. So we would call an ad hoc meeting to do that. That's pretty straightforward. And the second would be in our procurement ordinance, which actually falls under the finance committee.
So I would maybe start that process.
Yes.
Did we do it at the county?
Thought we.
Discussion about that here in Forest
Yeah,
Preserve, and I
sorry.
totally say that's. There was something we discussed months ago. It was when we were still on.
I think you
Zoom.
might be right.
Because there was something else
That
going on
was
at
the
due
due
page.
page. It was the due page.
And they created it, and so we said, we'll just keep it at 20. Because at least
No,
they
it was something else, wasn't it?
No, we had a discussion that we approved our organizational rules in 2020.
Yeah.
And we talked about raising it then and decided.
It's not right. I mean, it's not to.
What was
I
that?
think we should, because the board has more ability.
Yep,
No,
yeah.
the law had changed at that point.
It had changed to 25,000.
Oh, now it's 30.
Now it's 30.
I still
Well,
think 20 is funny.
We can bring it back, put it on the agenda.
It gets to be, it gets to be a pretty small market.
All right.
Off this inflation.
Okay, we'll discuss it, what is on it.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4, approval of resolution number 22-10, authorizing the submission of an application to the Illinois Transportation Enhancement Program for the Plum Creek Greenway Trail Phase 3.
No leases.
Second.
Previous?
Is wrong.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 5, approval of resolution number 22-11, authorizing intergovernmental agreement number 22-01 with the village of Romeoville at Romeoville Prairie Nature Preserve.
Second.
Previous.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 6, approval of resolution number 22-12, declaring various vehicles, equipment, and other items surplus and aughorizing disposal through a variety of means. All sorts of fun things. Sorry. Second. Previous. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 7, permission to bid Lake Shaman Wood Preserve Phase 2 improvements.
Move.
Second. Previous one.
Second.
All in favor?
Uh,
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Permission to bid the Four Rivers Interpretive Campus Improvements.
Motion,
Second.
question.
Yes, sir.
Ralph, I understand some of the functions that were taking place in Mokina are gonna be moved to Lake Chamonix.
They have been, this.
Will you continue on with all the activities that previously took place in Chamonix? You're not removing any of the things that currently were, or in the past were doing?
No, this is, these are actual enhancements to that area. Yeah, we've actually expanded our programming, continue to do so.
Okay, thank you.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Or previous roll, sorry.
Previous.
Previous and then a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 9, permission to seek professional services proposal for district review engineers.
Motion.
Second.
Second. Any discussion?
Previous.
Previous? Second? Anyone?
Second.
Jack,
Are you doing 8 or 9?
I'm sorry.
Nine.
Nine.
9.
We did 8 already?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
No, that's fine.
all on, so we're on number 9, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And of course, as soon as you said that, Judy, I was like, wait, did I skip? Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 10, permission to advertise for a landscape architect.
Moved. Second.
Can we have discussion?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Can you just say, what the purpose is and
Yeah.
it's a replacement, new hire, whatever?
yeah, so this is actually a replacement. We had a longtime landscape architect who served with us for about 25 years, retired. And so this is a replacement for his position. So what a landscape architect typically does, if you don't know, they are our project managers in charge of our capital development program. So they'll be assigned various projects throughout the county, and then they'll see them as project managers, and also bring in and coordinate outside consultants if necessary.
Thank you. Can I have a previous roll?
Previous, Trinier.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 11, permission to advertise for an IT network administrator.
Motion, Trinier.
Second.
Any discussion? Previous?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any need for executive session?
No.
Okay. On to the reports. Tracy's gonna talk. Okay, great. Sorry.
So our first report is, at our last committee meeting, Commissioner Moustis asked a question or had some comments about our police department. We were advertising for new full-time police officers and thought that it would be best if we had an overview of our police department functions. And so I've asked Tracy to.
In your packet, you'll find a report, but I'll just give a little summary. So the police department has about 30 to 35 positions. Currently, there are 14 full-time positions. 12 of those are sworn police officers and 2 are admin, non-sworn. So one, we have an office manager, and the other one, we have a full-time CSO. We have not had a new full-time police officer position since 1994. And in 2008, we hired a full-time CSO to patrol the dog parks and assist with events. We have anywhere between 17 and 20 part-time police officers, and we usually hired already sworn police officers, so their training is kind of minimal. And we get them right onto patrol. We also have 3 to 5 part-time CSOs. And again, they patrol the dog parks and assist with events, and supplement the part-time stuff. So we also have zip zones. So we have zone integrated patrolling. The county itself is working up to 6 zip zones. Essentially, it's the east side, the center, and the west side, like northwest and southwest. Zip zones are assigned to full-time patrol officers. And so they cover those zip zones, they get to know the neighbors, they get to know all of their properties and stuff like that. So they kind of are the expert for that zone. So the police department is run on full-time commitment, but supplemented with part-time availability and participation. So, and we'll continue to do that as well. We have three, full-time positions that are vacant at this time, hoping to fill two of those next week, hoping to fill the third one in September or October. We have three, part-time CSOs right now. The full-time CSO position is vacant. But one of our part-time CSOs is transitioning into a full-time police officer. We like to keep it internal, and we already see how they work.
Julie?
For the CSOs, Teresa, those volunteer or part-time aides?
Part-time patient.
Okay, all right, do you, and now I know you have a volunteer staff, they also volunteer. I
We have
think,
trails now. The trail sentinels are like the rest of our volunteers, but they volunteer to kind of walk the trails, ride the trails, see something, say something, that kind of stuff. They also participate with events as well.
And they're also encouraged, they don't engage with the public if they see something wrong, they, instead call the police officer.
Do you provide training for them?
Yes, Emily Kenny, our volunteer services manager, she provides all the training.
Becky?
I just was wondering if we've had any progress on the vandal at Hidden Lakes.
We have not, we have several cameras up, and so
I know you-
nothing else is occurring.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
So, for these full-time positions, the rest of my, I'm assuming you can't move a part-time person into it, they're not interested in, so you're gonna be hiring a part-time from the general public. Are there requirements that they have to have beforehand? You talked about hiring police officers, do they need to have certificates, is there an age requirement? What are some of the barricades that we have, for hiring?
The age requirement's 21. But as far as certification, they're Illinois state sworn police officers that are part-timers. We don't tend to send people to the part-time academy. It's very timely. But we do transition part-time police officers to full-time police officers. We've already seen how they work and everything.
Do you anticipate it being hard to fill these jobs in this environment right now, or do you think they'll fill pretty quickly?
No, we actually had 27 interviews.
Oh my gosh, wow, okay, so I guess we have.
Yeah, several later, but this was one of our, in the last couple of years, we've not had a lot of turnout. This year we had more, and we've had laterals from other departments.
I guess people want to get out of policing and into forest preserve.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the very beginning, because I may have missed some of it. So how many full-time again do we have?
There's 14 full-time positions in the police department, but 12 sworn.
Okay, 12 sworn officers, which are they actually officers? They're on the street, so to speak.
Right, 7. So around the street. Well, and then 3 stars, that's so 10.
10 are on the street. And how many part-time?
Between 17 and 20, we have 14 right now. We like to have 17.
So let's just say it's a little bit more, it's about 1.5 to 1. Say, I'm interested in what you feel a good mix. You may, I'm not looking for you to give me an answer off the top of your head, or maybe you've thought about this already. What do you think is a good mix for, well, accounting for it, there of full-time and part-time, and the other concern things that I'll ask you now, you mentioned we don't necessarily send full-time people to training. And I would hope that regardless of full-time or part-time, that they are appropriately trained.
Now, all of our full-timers go to the police academy through us.
I understand that. I'm talking about the part-time people.
Oh, no, they can still go to training. They're just already certified law enforcement. We don't send them to
You
the
just,
kid.
you only hire certified law
Yes,
enforcement.
we're hiring certified law enforcement officers that have already.
So
been-
they've already been through the academy.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Just give a little training on the
And
force.
and then, like I said, I would like to, see what you think is a good mix for operation efficiency.
Our current ratio, I think, is the good mix. We haven't requested any additional full-timers. The 10 full-time staff that we have, the 7 patrol officers and 3 sergeants, it's never full. So even though there's 10, I think since I've been here, I think 2000 and 12, I think we were full staff for 18 months, and that's the only time we've been full staff for full timers. And that's essentially why the part timers are necessary. So we like to have 17 minimum part timers. Right now we only have 14, so we're working on that. We increased the part time pay hourly wage with the new pay scale. So we hope that that'll help us keep more part timers, because the other departments are paying more hourly for part time wage right now.
And there are part-time people who get a full complement of benefits. And I'm thinking specifically a SLEP. Even though they may be retired or may be vested, it could be in another pension plan. Do they participate in our pension plan?
But part timers do not. But some of them are, so if they retire from the sheriff's department and then work part time for us, they're limited in hours.
Correct.
Previous people that have retired maybe before 2012 or somewhere around there can only work up to 600 hours for us, even though we have the 1,000 hour cap here.
Yeah. Why haven't, why is it?
It was the retirement plan that they took at the time from the sheriff's department, so it's ended their stay.
And it stays with them, it doesn't change?
No, it stays with them.
It stays with them.
Otherwise you lose your money.
Yeah, I understand that. I thought if we were 1,000-hour unit, that they could work 1,000 hours.
We are, but that individual.
But if they were under a 600-hour
Because they made it great.
plan, when they retired, they're restricted to 600 hours.
As far as benefits for part-time employees, they do get sick time and vacation time.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? All right. Then the next meeting date is Wednesday, August 31st. So note that we're on the edge. We're getting that. Oh, it's nice. So because of the dates, the meeting's at the end of August next month, 8:30 a.m. at Sugar Creek Administration Center, right here, where you're all sitting today. Comments by the public?
There were none posted.
Okay. Anyone in the room? Public comment? Okay, now. I don't know, is there any commissioner who wants to make the comment? Judy?
More coffee.
Yeah, I am.
Or maybe she's had too much. She's like,
No.
ready to go.
I haven't even drank much tea at all.
See, Lisa, I told you there was a reason for your dress.
I've been looking at it. I just want to make a couple comments, and I'd like to have a Forest Preserve farm meeting.
Mhm.
Because I hosted a hole at the Will County Farm Bureau's golf outing this past weekend. Or someday, because I can't remember. And I had people come to me, they were, of course, they're farmers, they had properties before, they had questions, so I'd like to kind of go over sort of the process of what we're doing. Have a discussion there of what should we do, should we make some changes, or maybe you could clarify, well, this or that, so
Sure, we can call.
we could plan something. Thank you.
Good. Tom?
The Plank Road Trail, I think I noticed that you are going to improve parts of it. Is it going to be the whole trail eventually or what?
Eventually it will be. This first phase is between Schoolhouse Road and Harlem Avenue. And that project should begin here this month in August. The contract was approved last month. I'm told that the contractor should start in mid-August. So hopefully everything is that. And then we're doing a little bit of remedial work on the far west side near Washington Street to alleviate some drainage.
What about pavement on the east or the west section? Will that be next year or?
It will, so what we'll do is we'll program that as part of our infrastructure maintenance program. So it'll be picked away at over the course of the next several years.
Do you have to shut down access to it during those repairs or?
Yeah, there will be some closures. It won't be closed the entire distance during that time. So it'll be kind of rolling closures, and we've been talking with various municipalities about the tours.
I was not gonna say anything now, it's not a Judy made a comment, I'm gonna, it's about something that's on the finance agenda, that I thought should have been on the operations, and that's the farm leases.
Okay.
You know, when you're extending farm leases, it's more than just a financial, it's a policy. I think that this committee has discussed in the past, and not the finance committee, how we go, move forward on once leases have been permanent or expired, right, because of the term.
Right.
You know, whether we automatically take that back out to bid. I know we may not, you know, and what is the policy on the extension, extending? I just think it should have been here.
Yeah, so these are
It's more than a financial
right,
decision.
right.
So I'm not even arguing whether, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I think it should have been.
So when you approve them for a use of 3 years. However, the finance committee has to approve them annually. So you've already, the operations committee said for 3 years, we're dedicated.
We've approved a series of options.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had two quick things. First was this last weekend, Mike and I went with Ralph on the tour of, Ralph does a series of tours for commissioners. So we did Eastern Will County this weekend. We had a great time. Thank you, Ralph. And one of the things, I'm going to quote Micah, shadowing probably, but she had asked Ralph a series of questions and he had answers for everything. And just thank you to our staff in general, but especially Ralph the other day. You know an awful lot. So, and it was really awesome. Well, but and it's good. Yeah, exactly. And I had been on a couple of the tours in 2019 and the Eastern Properties was one of them, but it was great to get back out there and see them again and get that information reinforced. So
Hold on, taking the Hunter's Woods though.
I didn't.
it's your dog park. Okay.
I showed them the one right across Laporte Road over there that Mokina meets.
It's not unfortunate.
Excited you.
I'd like to add to that, one of the things when you were asking questions is we learned like the old plank is not, it's not a plank.
It was like
No.
It's the little things about the history of the parks, Frank, that Ralph knows, that is very interesting, and they stick with you, and it's just very educational. I would encourage everyone to go.
Yeah.
We will be scheduling another one for the southwest portion of the county. We had to cancel that one, so we'll schedule that sometime out in.
That's really dog town.
That's true. We've got tons of dogs right now.
Two of them, Juliet. Yeah. You want a dog?
Well, we do have in my district, we do have one of the nicest forest reserves, and Hickory Creek is probably the premier reserve in all of Will County, partly because of the size.
Yes.
The other thing, I know National Night Out was last night, and I believe you guys were at Monique Reservoir, right? Oh, okay, and yeah, so I was just gonna ask, I don't know if you were there, Tracy, or who was there, if you wanted to talk about how that went. Thank you for doing it. I'm glad we've had a forest preserve event.
As I was saying, at Monique Reservoir, we partnered with Monique Police and Creek Police. When we decided we were gonna do it in 2019, we actually mapped all of the events through the county, and the east side of the county wasn't really represented for National Night Out. And departments like Pre, Moni, and Peatone weren't able to have their own event. If you wanna have a large event, right, you want a lot of people to come. So we partnered with them. Peatone came that first year, just Pre, Moni come now, the dispatch center came, Amazon, BMO Harris Bank, Old Plainboard Trail Bank, I can't think of the name, but like a Will County, recovery system came, so that was good. But it went really well, and the Cree marketing, person is going to do separate videos for each department. So that'll be nice, and then Anthony from our marketing department will have to take pictures as well. So there'll be a nice recap of the event.
Yeah, I did go. It was really a great event. Lots of families came with their kids, so that was fun. They had so many activities that was really, I mean, you could not stay for just an hour. There was so much to do, and the kids got to climb on the boat, And they got to sit on like an ATV, all that kind of stuff, or whatever it's called, I don't know, but they got to do all that. They got an opportunity to get a picture taken of their child. That was nice, a current picture. And then they had trinkets and backpacks and everything. So I went myself and a couple other people I ran into there, so they did a good job. It was a lot of fun.
Cool. And that Will County name is rapid response.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. It was an R word. Yeah. All right, any further comments? All right, then can I get a motion to adjourn? All in favor? Any opposed? Keep standing there. Yeah, somebody else. Oh, yeah.
In that order.
Last night.
We'll get the finance committee started. Call the meeting to order.
And we'll do the pledge of allegiance.
Yeah, that can so mine. Sure. Everybody please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Newquist, Fritz, Tyson. Here. Mitchell. Brooks.
Here.
Here. Mueller. Pretzel.
Here.
Berkowitz.
She stepped out to get her coffee.
Weigel.
Here.
Trainier.
Present.
Coleman.
Here,
We have 7, we have
I have a motion to pass the schedule of bills.
Motion. Second, Grenier.
Have a roll call?
Newquist. Fritz. Tyson.
Yes.
Mitchell. Brooks.
Yeah.
Parker.
Yes.
Wheeler. Pretzel.
Yes.
Berkowitz. Weigel.
Yes.
Trainier.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
7.
I have a motion for the approval minutes for the finance committee meeting on July 6, 2022.
Motion, Weigel.
Second, Tyson.
Previous roll.
Second, Brooke.
Motion passes.
All in favor?
I'm sorry, all in favor.
All right, I'm gonna get you some coffee too.
All right. There's no old business.
I'm sorry, I went to go get my coffee.
No worries, Julie. Are you passed on the schedule of bills and approval of minutes? Julie.
Sorry, oh, yes, I do.
Okay. Right, there's no old business, so we're moving to new business. A motion for the approval of ordinance for number 621, authorizing the extension of 15 agricultural licenses associated with the 2023 farm license program.
Motion, Grenier.
Second. Parker.
Previous, Brooke.
Second, Pretzel.
Motion passed. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Number 2, approval of ordinance number 622, authorizing 3 agricultural licenses associated with the 2023 farm license program.
Motion, Grenier.
Second, Tyson.
Previous roll, Pretzel.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Number 3, the approval of resolution number 22-08, authorizing staff to initiate negotiations on 2 parcels in the Spring Creek Greenway as part of the 2020 through 2024 capital improvement program.
Oh, Brooke.
Second, Pretzel.
Previous roll. Second, Grenier.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or questions? Motion passes. Number 4, approval of resolution number 22-09, authorizing submission of the land acquisition grant application with the Illinois Clean Energy Community Foundation for the acquisition of SCX 0C1 and C2 adjacent to Hadley Valley Preserve.
Motion.
Second.
Request roll, Tyson? Questions, Julie?
Can Ralph just give us a little bit?
Sure. So these, the 2 parcels, the 2 items that you just approved, one was permission to negotiate, and then the second is the authorization to submit a grant for those properties, are both adjacent to Hadley Valley Preserve and adjacent to Cedar Road. So they are very near to some other acquisitions that we've done recently with the Illinois Clean Energy Community Foundation. They have funded the acquisition of 3 other parcels in that immediate vicinity. And so we've reached out to them, and they've asked us to submit another application for funding to their organization. If approved, they will fund up to 80% of the value of the appraised value.
Are there any other parcels that you applied for or that you're looking to use this grant funding for?
In the past, we have, yes. And we've also been looking at some parcels in the Jackson Creek area potentially to submit as well. One of the issues that we have with the clean energy funds, and this is not a bad thing, but they require that it comes out of agricultural production within 1 year. So in some cases, when we have adjacent properties that we're managing, it's easy to fold those properties into our active management schedules. In other areas where it may be far flung from where we are currently doing management, it becomes more difficult organizationally or operationally for us to accommodate that removal from agriculture.
Ralph, why do they focus on taking it out of agricultural use? Is that to make it more green, or what's the reasoning?
That's absolutely right. So what their ultimate goal is to restore those areas to nature. And so they want to remove any of the agricultural use and get it restored as fast as possible. So they do give us a little bit of additional funding to assist with that. It's a minimal amount. It's $10,000, but it's $10,000 to essentially seed that down into some. We want to use a native matrix. If you were working in another area or had a different reason to acquire it, you might choose to seed it down with some other type of. I'm sorry, other types.
Are there any parcels in our part of the county, the northerners? We would love to have a little more open space.
We are currently looking at redoing our preservation planning, our goals associated with that, and we're working with our Citizens Advisory Committee on that. So we will be identifying the parcels in various parts of the county. Not parcels per se, but areas of interest, and then potentially reaching out to those individuals.
Can I ask you to kind of reach out to us commissioners, because it's our backyard, our neighborhoods, and we're very familiar with it, and
Right.
we know, we all, I'm sure Mimi, Jackie, and Margaret, Micah, we all get a lot of input.
So part of that process, when we do that, and we don't do it that often, it's usually once every decade, we work with the CAC to identify those goals and those priority areas, and then we do bring it back to the Operations Committee and the Finance to review those and make comments.
I don't know all the people on the Citizens Advisory Council. I know my person, like from my area, Barbara Parker, and I think you've met her at the Hidden Lakes thing. She was there.
Okay.
But I don't know who does like Naperville or Plainfield.
I think it's Jim Kopchak.
Yeah, Jim Kopchak is.
And I think Misty Myers still on the eastern side of it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe send us the list of who's on that committee again. I haven't seen it in a long time, so.
And I guess, being on that committee, what do they do?
They review the land acquisition projects as well as any type of master plan. So prior to us developing a site, we would present it to the CAC to make sure they're kind of your check to make sure that we're still mission focused and playing by the rules as well as our policies. So each of the land acquisition projects, when we do a permission to negotiate or an acquisition, they're reviewing it first.
Ralph, can I ask you to consider possibly sending out a survey to the actual residents? I think that would give you the pulse of the different regions of the county. Because I know there's a lot of development going on in Naperville, and when you get together with a group of residents, they all have the same complaints, and a lot of it is lack of open space, trails. They just want more.
So we work with the Conservation Foundation, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with them. They're based in Naperville. They do a lot of surveying for Forest Preserve District as well as Forest Preserve Districts in the region. And we did a study, most recently, a survey was conducted in 2020. It was 2019 or 2020. Their goal is to determine or to take the pulse of the electorate as to their support for continued acquisition and development.
Well, I almost would prefer that we do that in-house, because I know, surveys are only as useful as the range. And I know in Naperville,
a lot of people, I never get a survey from Naperville. We just never fall in that demographic.
We can certainly look into that. We typically would try to align that with some other funding proposals. So if, let's just say, for instance, the board wanted to entertain going to referendum, we would say, well, before we go to referendum, let's go out and see if there's support for a referendum and what the people actually want. And so we kind of tie those two together. So we don't want to ask folks what it is that they want if we can't deliver what they want. So that's how we've done it in the past. We can certainly have some conversations with some different pollsters and survey companies and see what we can come up with.
Right. Mimi had a question.
I think we kind of covered in the midst of this, but maybe clarification that the Citizens Advisory Council, we are obviously as representatives, good contacts for our communities, but those Citizens Advisory members are from sort of each area of the county. So, and their job is to, as you said,
Advocate for that.
advocate for what open lands might be good in their area
Yes.
to add to the preserve, right?
Yes.
That's their specific duty.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So I think we had a second from Margaret, but not a previous.
Previous Trinier.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, there is the need to go into executive session, so may I have a motion for that?
Motion.
Second.
And we want to name the reason we're going in.
Excuse me, so we're going into executive session for land acquisition.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you got it a roll call. It was Fritz, Tyson,
Yes.
Mitchell, Brooks,
And
Parker. Yes. Wheeler, Pretzel,
Yes.
Berkowitz,
Yes.
Weigel,
Yes.
Trainier,
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
With 8 approved, we're an executive.
Tracy and
It's about to
Is it burning?
Coffee's gonna explode.
Yeah.
We're out of executive.
Out of executive, so there are two reports.
Yes. I don't discuss them.
All right, no need for the discussion. Our next meeting then will be on Wednesday, August 31st, following the operations committee meeting right here.
Most of the time.
Hold on. Any comments? Any comments by the public?
There we're on.
Commissioners? All right.
Now.
Can we have that motion?
What's good there?
Motion passes. See you all in a few weeks. Thank you. Got it.
We keep the money.
Sorry about that. I'm not reading.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost even worse, right? So you can't spend. In my.
Be able to be on. I'll call it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. We're gonna.
All the family. I can say
That's right.
Vice chair. Okay.
I'm not gonna call you. What conversation? All right. Yeah, thanks.
But do the research, because they've been here, they can't.
Right.
I still think
Officially on any historic list.
No, it's not. The application. Okay. But I don't know that that's a barrier. I have no idea. Since Mary hasn't really officially researched it, it's just opining.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just give it one of four things in your, that is original and.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, but Gothic versus
Yeah.
45 years ago, way different.
I know.
And also, I mean, as a historian, there is no historical statement. We preserve buildings in the United States that have a specific story to tell. And this is the, you know, this is Joliet being
How much time?
stuck in the past yet again and being forward, in my opinion. But, yeah, let's see what happens. And it's also not up to us.
But I just don't want us to get in a position where there's finally ever do find the money.
Right.
And in the meantime, the buildings are just gonna.
Well, the worst possibility is what's happening right now. Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's been happening for every 4 years.
Right. No, it's, that is the worst. Yeah.
I decided it was ugly, but I think. And I mean, it's the same thing happened with the shit, just benign neglect.
That's it. Yeah.
And this is some resources, kids. It's not what it's been done.
I'm not sure that's true about the courthouse. I think it's so. Bigger. Yeah. Those buildings, I mean, my dad, special, like, there was.
State of Illinois.
I can't be like that.
That is their.
Exactly.
No, it's.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's. Air quality.
It's not inside.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different than the courthouse. Despite the fact that we can. Reviews.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll find out.
I was, I read the same thing. We have to wait
Don't
there.
do a presentation. It's only if we have questions. I would have at least myself.
No, who's that?
You're fine.
Okay, I'd like to call to order the meeting, the August 3rd meeting of the Retiree Health Insurance Trust. Dee, would you lead the pledge of allegiance? Certainly.
I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Harm. Here. Gorski.
Here.
Coleman.
Here.
Schultz.
Here.
Markham.
Here.
President Van Dyne.
And that's almost gonna be like. Item D, approval of minutes. I'd like to have a motion to approve the minutes of May 4th, 2022.
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah, roll call, please.
Roll call.
Harm.
Yes.
Gorski.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Markham.
Yes.
Van Dyne. We have 5 approved.
Motion passes. All right. Jumping into there.
No.
No, on the next item. We have no old business, new business. Item 1, approval of quarterly investment report as of April 2022 through June 2022.
Motion to approve.
Second. Previous roll, thank you. Previous roll?
Yes, sorry. My first time, I'm just trying to.
He can be our second. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Second item, approval of quarterly income statement, report as of April 2022 through June 2022. Can I have a motion to approve? Second.
Previous.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion,
Do it fine, Cindy.
Third item, approval of schedule of bills for period of April 2022 through June 2022. Motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Previous.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Fourth item, Forest Preserve District Retiree Health Insurance Trust FY 2021 final audit.
To approve.
Second.
Previous.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We have no executive session. And our next meeting date is to be determined. Comments by the public? Comments by trustees? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Wow, that was like, you need to, wow.
They weren't sticking around for.
Job well done.